Tell me when it starts. The CCE, you and me. The mission is to create an inclusive environment for people on campus to come and do some comedy in whatever form they're interested in.
What the CCE does is bring laughter to people, whether it be the people in our audiences or for each other, and kind of taking the laughter and using it to make people get closer to each other.
I think that it attracts a certain group of people that are just really exciting to work with and really want to have a good time, even though it's really scary. So I'm really glad that I've started to do it pretty regularly.
That being said, my knowledge for underground plumbing is quite limited. So it is no surprise to anyone that the library is now completely flooded.
I think my favorite aspect of the CCE is that it's an open group, and part of that means that everyone who's here wants to be here and wants to keep growing and keep doing improv, and they do it because it's fun and because they love it.
You can try anything. It's a place to take risks. And if the risk doesn't pan out, you'll have people who kindly tell you why they thought it didn't pan out, but sometimes if it pans out really well, you get affirmation from maybe 30 people, and it's a really awesome environment.
It's just like so welcoming and like seems intimidating at first because it kind of seems fake that everybody's like so nice and like wants to support each other. But then after you come to like a couple of practices and you like start to get to know people, you realize that we're all just like a family here.
Back in my day, we didn't have medicine, so Dayquil is what I wrote with in the afternoon. Son, bring me my Dayquil.
Improv shows on campus are great because, first of all, it's a ton of fun to perform in a show, to have an audience that you don't normally have, and it's fun to go see them for yourself. But what I really like about them is the opportunity in them. Our shows tend to have a lot of people, a lot of different performance styles, a lot of different like acting, people, theatrical, comedy, goofy stuff on stage, and everyone gets like a chance to shine. So I really like that we have so much variety at our shows.
Improv shows are really just something for everybody because they're so audience interactive. Whether or not you know anything about improv or if you've been doing improv your whole life, you can have fun with them because the goal is just to make you laugh.
We have a lot of opportunities off campus to perform. We have the annual competition at a theater in Cambridge called Improv Boston. They host something called the College Comedy Festival, or we call it the Bean Pot because it's around the same time as the hockey tournament. We perform once a year at BU. They invite us to a show every spring. We also perform occasionally with some groups off campus from other schools. We've invited Brandeis, Emerson. We're always looking to perform wherever and whenever we can.
What makes a scripted show so amazing is that it's entirely student-run and student-produced, and everything about it's all students.
There's a new writer every single semester. The general feel of every show is very different. So it's interesting to see how different senses of humor work to create an hour-and-a-half, 2-hour-long show and still be really funny, even though it's a completely different feel and a completely different voice.
This past fall semester, I wrote and directed Family Jewels, which is a musical comedy, and that was a really excellent experience for me. On a personal level, I learned really how to budget my time and how to run a group of people. It's really rare to get the opportunity to have people say, you can put on whatever show you want and here's a budget for it, which is something I'm really thankful for. And I'm really thankful that I had such a great cast and crew. Even though like I was the director, it was a very collaborative effort and everyone brought their own skills to the table.
It's just an opportunity to showcase what some of the great writers and comedic thinkers in the club can do. And it's always a really fun spectacle, and it's a tradition, and I'm a fan. I've been in every one.
I think I've definitely become a more social person through the CCE. I think I've made a lot of new friends and also a lot of new improv skills. I've definitely become a better improviser and, you know, gone further. I've started doing competitions, and it's really exciting to be surrounded by all these people who are so good at improv and learning a lot from them.
I bring a lot that I learned at the CCE into my regular day life, so I think it's made me a lot more confident just like getting up and kind of thinking of myself as like a funny person person that people want to listen to.
Just being like a little bit funny, or even being able to just think of stuff on the spot. I think that's a simple way to just make people smile, and I'm glad to be a part of that.
I think like a lot of people end up coming for the comedy, but they stay for something else that they find here. And I don't really know how to name it, but I think that's probably what separates us the most.
We're kind of very dysfunctional and insane and crazy, and we spend a ridiculous amount of time together sometimes. But at the end of the day, like, everyone loves everybody, and you have like a group of people you know you can go to for literally anything at literally any time of the day. At the end of the day, you pick your family, and I made a really good choice.
Everyone's super friendly and super nice, and we're really funny. We're very funny. We have a lot of funny people. Sometimes I'm a little jealous, I'll be honest.